Hey everybody! I hope you had a great weekend. It's pretty late. It's almost 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, and I thought I'd come by and say hey. I really wanted to talk about the blood moon, the lunar eclipse we're supposed to have tomorrow night. Now I know Steve, Old Clunky Shoes, has talked about it in one of his videos, but last week we had an alignment of Mars and the sun and all that, and that was, I forget what they called that, but then, 1 week later, we're going to have a blood moon. And have you ever wondered, the how blood moon, it sounds ominous, doesn't it? But then there are biblical things in the Bible. It talks about the moon turning red and all that stuff. I've seen, they have different kinds of moons, blue moons and harvest moons, and but blood moon, I hadn't really heard people talk about that or seen it on the internet until, recently. And I'm sure that the reason why the moon, now on biblical pages, people, they say it's because all the sin of the world and all the bad things in the world pollute the atmosphere, and that's why the moon turns red and all this stuff. But I know there's a scientific reason for it. It's because probably dust particles, the way the Earth and the moon are lined up, and so I'm excited really to see the blood moon tomorrow night. It's the lunar eclipse. They say it's going to be, you can see it from everywhere. Even cities will be able to see it. And I think they said 12 o'clock at night, midnight, is when it will be overhead. And so that will be real fun to see. And but it got me thinking about blue moons. You hear the saying, once in a blue moon. Well, that's really true, because blue moons, they don't happen very often. And what that means is you have 2 full moons in 1 month. You know what I mean? And it doesn't happen very often, that's for sure. But I think, star watching and watching the stars and the moon and stuff like that, I think that's interesting. And I'll be out tomorrow night at 12 o'clock, or probably before that, seeing if I can see the sun, the blood moon. Now, of course, it's going to be, we're supposed to get snow on Tuesday. And it's supposed to be rainy and stuff, so I will be disappointed if I don't get to see that blood moon. What I'll have to do is I'll have to come inside and watch it on the internet. That's what makes the internet so good. You know what I mean? You can find anything you need to find on the internet and watch anything you want to watch, and good and bad, you know what I mean. But the internet is not all bad. There are bad things on the internet, but if I can't see the blood moon tomorrow night, I'm going to watch it on the internet. But anywho, it's been about the same old here. James has went to work, and today was Palm Sunday, and I didn't go to church today. I have not been to bed since Friday night. Well, I've been to bed, I just haven't slept. Insomnia is killing me, and I tell you what, I take a sleeping pill. I take melatonin. It's killing me. I should put my glasses on. I probably got such dark circles underneath my eyes. But I'm hoping I'll get a good night's sleep tonight. That's usually what happens if I'm out for 2 or 3 days, and I'm exhausted. But I didn't go to church this morning because I just didn't feel like it. But it was Palm Sunday. Next Sunday's Easter. And I hope whoever celebrates, I hope everybody has a great Easter and a great week. Usually the week before Easter, it's Holy Week, and I know around here there's a church meetings every night somewhere, and usually, excuse me, usually the local churches will go from one church to the next, and one pastor will preach at another church, and that pastor will preach at his church. It's pretty nice, but But anyway, Jasper's hanging in there. We're doing all right. Joshua's doing all right. I'm counting down the days when he gets to come home. I can't hardly stand him being over there. I really can't. But he'll be home. It's still going to be a while, but not as long as it has been. But I'm going to make it short and sweet. I'm not going to talk too long. I just wanted to touch bases with you and tell you about the blood moon tomorrow night. I hope that you're in an area where you can see it real good. And in fact, we're supposed to have, in 2014 and 2015, we're supposed to have 4 blood moons. And apparently they're all on feast days, or Jewish feast days, or that's the religious part of it. Something that has something to do religiously. Of course, you know. And I'm a Christian, and I believe, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's going to be a big deal in the religious community, I'm sure. You know what I mean? So, anywho, I hope you have a great week. And I hope that tomorrow's, like I said, I didn't say. Today and yesterday, I'm all over the place. It was so hot, it's went straight from winter to summer. I like to burn up. I mean, it's been like in the mid-80s here. But now tomorrow and Tuesday, well, tomorrow's going to be pretty good. But Tuesday's going to, like, the high's going to be 40. And the lows are going to be in the 20s, you know. But it's going to spring right back. It's not going to stay that way, so. Anyway, I hope you all have a good week. And I hope you get to watch the blood moons. And, hey, this is Melissa. Reporting from up in the holler about blood moons. Bye, everybody.